Welcome back to my channel! If this is your first time visiting, my name is Bwandungi and I am so glad that you clicked that video link and that you're here. Please consider subscribing. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm so grateful. We are up to 40. So today I want to take you on a journey with me as I continue to build my author platform, because we have to do this before our work is ready to be given to the world. We have to make sure that we are engaging with prospective readers and that we're making friends in the author universe, because those relationships are going to be so important when you start to market your book. If you are on Goodreads, come and find me. If you are an author or a writer and you're looking for a review, come find me. I love to read. I loved science fiction and fantasy. That is my heart and that is my soul. But I will read almost anything. So what I'm interested in doing is going to Goodreads and creating an account there. I have had an account in the past, but I'm going to go ahead and create one. And this one is purposefully for my author profile. So let's go to goodreads.com. I need to create a new account here. My name is Bwandungi Mugarura. Email address. And a password. Awesome. Okay, by clicking sign up, I agree to the terms of service and confirm that I am at least 13 years old. Get book recommendations from your friends. Let's see, if you are on Facebook and you're on Goodreads, come find me. Goodreads will receive your public profile and friends list. Excellent. Okay, 68 of your Facebook friends are already using Goodreads, so now you'll be able to see what they're reading. Connect me to my Facebook friends when they join Goodreads in the future. Absolutely! Come and join in the fun. Continue. I want to read Dash books in 2018. My goal is something that I have adopted from Tomi Adeyemi, whose book comes out today. Go and buy Children of Blood and Bone. I'm so excited to read this book. She is one of my internet mentors who have no idea who I am, but I follow some of her advice, and one of them was to read a successful book each month in the genre that you want to write in and try and figure out why this book was so successful. Take the challenge! Okay, select your favorite genres. Easy for me. I love, where's my science fiction and fantasy? I guess fiction falls under it. Fantasy. I like the idea of graphic novels, but some of them are really weird. I borrowed I Am Legend from my brother, and that book is dark. And it's drawn in a way that gives me nightmares. So, okay, the other one that I'm interested in is science, because it is important to always be aware of the things that are happening in the world. Yes, I should mark children, since I am writing a book for young people. Young adult, that's always important. Continue. All right, rate the books that you have read. I have read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I love it to this day. I have read Black Panther, this particular, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I read Green Eggs and Ham. I loved it. Are You My Mother? That one was funny. I loved it. I loved The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It was given to my sister when she was just, I think my sister was 9 years old, and we were leaving Canada to go back to Uganda. And somebody gave us this book, and we read it until it was in tatters. It was my first fantasy book, and I absolutely loved it. Can you believe I haven't read A Wrinkle in Time, and I must read it before I go to watch the movie, which I am going to do this weekend. The BFG, that's a hilarious book. Ooh, I loved The Velveteen Rabbit. What a story. My dad used to read that to us. I have loved reading The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King, because I find whenever I read it, my writing gets elevated. I did read Graceling. I kind of liked it. It was all right. I did not read Hunger Games. I tried to listen to the audiobook, and it put me in a horrible mood. I don't know why. I liked the story well enough, but that was weird. Let's see. City of Bones. Mortal Instruments. Oh yes, I have in fact read this book, but the incest in it, like, can we please get away from incest? Red Rising, I loved that book. The Magicians. I thought The Magicians was going to be a different kind of book, and then I read it. It was so weird. Like, how long did these people spend as birds? I wonder if you could type something in here and say Steve Jobs, Walter Isaacson, because I read that book and I loved it. It was very interesting to me. I loved Innovators that he wrote as well. This was a very interesting book because it gave you a history of computing in North America. Let's see, science fiction. I've read a lot of science fiction, so let's see what's here. I read all of Ender's Game, that part of Orson Scott Card. I read Ender's Game. I read Speaker for the Dead. I have also read a lot of Alistair Reynolds. The Revelation Space series was my absolute favorite. I definitely want to read Ready Player One before the movie comes out, so I will tick that. I read Time Machine. That was hilarious. I don't know why I found it hilarious. Octavia Butler. Let me do it up here. Octavia Butler. I love Kindred. I love Parable of the Sower. Just give them all to me. And these were introduced to me by a friend in Chicago, and it was just the best experience I have ever had in reading a story. Okay, so see your recommendations. I guess that is the last step. Here are some books we think you will love. What I'm going to do next is go ahead and create my profile, see if I need to write a little blurb about myself. So let's go to my profile. Okay, edit profile. Save profile setting. All right, so there's my profile. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see Gloria. I do know that there are groups on Goodreads, and I want to join some of them because I think having discussions with people there will be really good for me. Okay, so here we go. I always open in a new tab because I don't want to lose my place in the previous page, which usually means that then I end up with a jillion tabs, but I'm going to try and be good today. Okay, so I know that I want to join this group, so I'll just go ahead and join it. An individual email, no. Get all comments on group discussions, bundled. Okay. Flights of Fancy. What is Flights of Fancy? As a group, we seek to read bottom. What is bottom? Bottom. What is bottom? Book of the month? We seek to read book of the month. Why is small bot and then M? Okay. Well, let's see what happens. I can join this group as well. And only because it's interesting. I love to read books that people haven't read very often. Okay, so that is all the community that I'm going to join for now. There's so many other things to do. Let's see if there are any events in my city. Vancouver, Toronto. Get up to 50% off on girls' LED shoes exhibition. That's supposed to be about books. Mississauga, Oakville. There is nothing happening in Ottawa. There is nothing happening in Ottawa. Ottawa, Ottawa, Ottawa. That's the only time it is mentioned. When Ottawa is selling shoes, not books. Ooh, books hitting the shelves today. I am so excited about Children of Blood and Bone. I can't wait to read your book, Tommy. So there you go, people. I have a Goodreads account, and as I continue to use it, I will give you updates so that you know what is going on there, whether it is actually a successful tool in my arsenal for marketing myself as an author. I'm excited to see what it will do for my brand. As always, have a wonderful day. Bye!